Hey guys, what's up? It's Jdose back here again, and today let's talk about the top 5 free agents I think the Vikings should go after. Now, free agency hasn't started yet, so these players could be re-signed with their teams by the time you guys are watching this video. But despite that, I want to make this list and see what you guys agree with. If you guys like this list, like the video, all that, comment who you think the Vikings should go after, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the comment section. But without any further ado, let's get to my list. At number 5, let's start at the biggest position the Vikings need to upgrade right away, and that's offensive line. More specifically, offensive tackle. And the best offensive tackle in the draft is Andrew Whitworth, not in the draft and free agency. Now, he was easily the highest graded offensive tackle at a 91.3 from Pro Football Focus. But now I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Jdose, we need the best. Why isn't he number 1? Well, that's because Rick Spielman isn't known for going after the number 1 guy. He's usually the under-the-radar guy, the Captain Munnerlins, the Linval Joseph, the guys you don't really hear about, but are really good and a little bit younger. Whitworth being 35 years old, he's still very durable, playing 1,064 snaps. He's really good at his age. And Spielman does look like he's in a win-now scenario where he did do the Sam Bradford trade last year, which was surprising by a lot of people. This could be possible, but not very probable is where I would say with that. I would look for more younger guys to go into and fill the void at one of the tackle positions. But nevertheless, I wouldn't be too afraid if we did get Whitworth for like a 2-year contract. That'd be really nice. So the tackle's number 1 position. The number 2 is running back of need, and that I could be filled with a few people. Le'Veon Bell, Eddie Lacy are a couple of guys that are going to free agency, but the guy that I'm looking forward to the most is Terrence West from the Ravens. He was rated at 76.5, and he played 441 snaps, so he's showing that he's healthy. He can be a workhorse if we need him, and that's what we really need, is a guy that can consistently run the ball and be healthy doing it, and just be a more consistent guy than what we had. For comparison, Matt Asiata has 68.6, so this would be almost a 10-point upgrade from Pro Football Focus, so I think that'd be another nice spot there. Now, and this guy really could do a full offensive line list, but to add in another position of need, and that'd be a backup quarterback. And there are a few options here. It's not a need where it needs to be. It really is coach's choice of what could be the best backup for Sam Bradford, because I don't think he's going to get cut. I think the Vikings will keep him for this year and maybe more years to come, depending on Teddy Bridgewater's health. And I don't think we're going to get Kirk Cousins to be our quarterback. We're not going to spend more money on a quarterback, even if we do cut Sam Bradford. I think that's very unlikely. But Brian Hoyer from the Bears, 80.6 Pro Football Focus ranking. Is he bad enough to accept being a backup? I don't know, but I think that would be the nicest pick. He's showing to be healthy, so I wouldn't mind him here. There are a few other options as well. Like I said, there is Kirk Cousins, who if he would for some reason cut Bradford, even though that'd be go against what Zimmer already said, saying he's our quarterback for next year, then sure, Kirk Cousins would be the number 1 option. Matt Barkley wouldn't be a bad backup option. Mike Glenn and Geno Smith, despite the butt fumble, would be a decent upgrade over Sean Hill, who was ranked slightly higher than him, but Sean Hill, 66.5 Pro Football Focus grade, was lower than all those names I mentioned already. And I think he's very likely he's really will retire, as he is 37 years old. So now at number 2 on the list, number 2 and 1 are back at offensive tackles. Now at number 2, I went with a little bit younger option, and this would be a very sneaky thing that I could see Rick Spielman doing, and that's going for Riley Reef from the Lions, 67.5 Pro Football Focus rating, so it's a lot less than Whitworth, who we talked about earlier. But what this guy really has is his age at 28 years old. He's also from the Lions, so he would weaken one of our division opponents. He played 888 snaps, so he's very, very durable. And I think it'd be a really solid upgrade right away. The closest Viking that made it this far is Jake Long at 63.9. And so it's pretty much a better, healthier, consistent Jake Long. So I think that's very nice. And he won't break the bank, so I could really see this being a guy that would at least come in if we Vikings re-sign Matt Khalil, if they give him another chance, because I don't think he's going to be getting a lot of other offers. So I would foresee us keeping Matt Khalil. I think he'd be at least a guy to come in and compete for that left tackle position. Otherwise, it could be a winner, or it could be maybe Matt Khalil's right tackle, and we have Riley Leaf play left tackle.
Hey guys, quick edit here. Riley Leaf primarily played right tackle for the Lions. So if you would sign him, he'd probably be a right tackle. There's a possibility we could move him over to left tackle. It looks like he is primarily a right tackle, so that's where he would play.
But let's look at the number one guy I want. Dun dun dun. And that is the number 2 offensive tackle, Ricky Wagner. He has an 84.5 NFL Pro Football Focus grade, which is just a few slots higher than Andrew Whitworth, but he's 27 years old, so you're getting a guy that you can sign for a 5-year deal, and he's 80 years younger than Whitworth. 926 snaps, so just about 100 snaps less than Whitworth. I think he is the number 1 guy the Vikings should be looking for, and if the Vikings sign him, you guys should be all very, very happy. So that's at least one of our tackle positions solved for a very long time, and I think it would help this team out tremendously if we can get at least one of the sides filled out, address the other one in the draft, maybe a few draft picks, because we need more depth there, obviously. And I think it'd be just a tremendous pickup for not just next year, but the future years, as he'll just keep growing to be one of the better offensive linemen in the league. So there we have it. There is my list. Tell me yours down below, and we'll keep this discussion going. And anyways, this is Jdose. Subscribe for more Vikings content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.